7-year-old Amaya Hess loves to swim, loves asking for her mom's attention, and really loves Justin Bieber.
Amaya is great. Like when everyone out, oh, Amaya, and I say she is great. You know, if you couldn't see a facial deformity on Amaya, you would think that she is a normal 7-year-old.
But there's something very normal for Amaya that not many 7-year-olds go through.
I'm going to have a surgery.
Not just any surgery, her 57th in 5 years. In 2006, Amaya and her mom were walking to the park. A pit bull got loose from a neighbor's home and grabbed Amaya out of the stroller. The dog tore the 2-year-old's face apart, destroying the cartilage in her nose, ripping off her ear, her eye, pulling out her scalp. A day that changed everything.
Amaya is not as scared of dogs as I am. Believe it or not, she's really not. She was mainly asleep when the whole thing was going on. So she's not as scared as I am. But we get through it. We definitely, you know, like I said, if a dog comes, we leave and we'll go to a different park. We definitely plan our day around dogs, I would say, ever since this has happened 5 years ago.
Amaya was in a coma for nearly 3 months after the attack. Tissue expanders and an experimental scalp treatment helped her grow hair. Part of the reason they play at this pool, it's gated and closed off to dogs. Amaya's going to have to stay out of the pool for about 6 weeks after Thursday's operation.
You can always count on your fair favorites each year. But this year, vendors aren't sure they can count on the crowds.
It does hurt for the whole year when you have a bad year at this fair.
Isaac Orm owns the popcorn creation stand. He says things started to go downhill when the fair shut down on Sunday.
That's a really big hit because the weekends is where we make most of our money here at the fair.
Go hard and go home like a fighter do.
Then entertainers started to cancel shows. Those who didn't were moved to a different venue. And Orm lost his dinner crowd.
Well, usually through the weeks we'll have concerts and stuff, so having all the entertainment canceled hurt more than anything.
Well, there's no question that it'll cut into revenues just a little bit.
Officials aren't sure just how much revenue yet, but what hurts the vendors hurt them.
In the Field of Valor at Crown Hill Cemetery, there are too many flags to count. Too many headstones, each reflecting a sacrifice whose spirit fills the air, unfurling those flags and burning with a flame that never goes out.
We see much more of a swell of patriotism around these guys than we did years ago. I think it's a great thing.
An active duty Marine.
Patriotism and appreciation on this Memorial Day. 7 years later, 7 years after a young man from Indianapolis continued fighting after being wounded when his platoon came under fire. 24-year-old Derek Halal died providing cover for his fellow Marines in western Iraq.
There's another welcome home.
And this holiday, those Marines came back to honor Derek and his last sacrifice to them and the nation.
I remember him every single day. Not probably an hour goes by I don't think about it.
It's a very humbling day. He saved all of our lives at one point. We saved his lives at one point. It's just remembering it and keeping the bond together is the biggest thing.
No one feels Derek's absence more than his mother and father, who took more comfort this Memorial Day because of this chance to be surrounded by the brothers he helped bring home in the never-ending process of healing.
Anytime that we continue to talk about it, to remember it, and to pay it forward and share the encouragement that we get from it, that's all part of our process, and we're committed till the end of our lives to do that.
So it's to Derek and all those who've died serving and died after that we say thank you, not just for the lives given, but for the freedoms they helped guarantee. In Indianapolis, Ray Cortopassi, Fox 59 News.
Fountain Square, a neighborhood known for its trendy charm and for the lowest crime rate in the city.
It's just a shame.
News of a robbery and homicide at the Pettigo jewelry store ripped through the community quickly.
This is just shocking. It's just words can't describe it.
Store customers say the owner was a good man. He always parked his Acura in the back and even recently discussed marriage.
It's a shame. It's a shame if somebody would do something like that man. You know, that man didn't ask for that or nothing like that.
As family and friends gathered outside the store, investigators worked to uncover clues. The body was found in the safe area.
Apparently a window washer had stopped by and found the male victim on the floor inside suffering from an unknown source of trauma. He went to a neighboring business where that business owner responded, made the same observation, and went back to his place of business to call 911.
It's just a shame.
Some folks have quite a few trees here in Indianapolis.
In a lot of leaves with nowhere to go, the Department of Public Works kicked off its annual leaf collection program today.
This year it is November 8th through December 3rd. We pick up leaves during leaf season. Typically it's about 30 bags of leaves.
This year, 40. Families in Marion County are allowed to place up to 40 bags of leaves per week outside for DPW crews to pick up.
Separate the leaves from the regular trash. In cart areas, if they could set the leaves at least 3 feet or so away from the trash cart, that's helpful.
Color coordinate the bags of leaves. Place them on opposite sides of the driveway. Anything to ensure the leaves aren't trash. Then DPW crews will take your leaves and recycle them. They start in your front yard one day and end up at the Southside landfill the next. One day a leaf, the next day mulch. Hardeman says it's all about helping the residents of Marion County.
A 6-mile stretch of I-70 will be closed for 12 hours Thursday. So some 8,500 volunteers from Eli Lilly can plant trees, shrubs, and flowers along the highway.
We think it's great. Obviously, this is the gateway to Indianapolis from the airport.
But many motorists think that gateway should be open to traffic instead of closed for tulips. Area truck drivers are already anticipating major delays.
Going from one end of the town to the other and trying to get off the exits. It's going to be hard for us.
And question why it has to be closed in the first place.
Well, I don't think they need to shut it all the way down. I think they ought to shut half the exits, or not going to have to shut the exits. I don't think they should have to.
But Eli Lilly director Rob Smith says it all boils down to safety and the ability to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
The Indiana Department of Transportation will be doing bridge inspection, bridge maintenance, and some pavement maintenance while the road is closed. So that actually reduce inconvenience over time and save taxpayer dollars.
A trade-off other drivers think is worth the price of being rerouted.
Got a lot of choice.